wish I could wear these to work. Well, if my coworker can get away with wearing her big dangling earrings, I probably can. Hey guys, it's Skookum, and you guys remember I said I was gonna do kind of a getting to know me video type thing? Random little tidbits about me. This actually itches a little. I think it's because I don't wear earrings that much. Ooh, I'm gonna take these out. These, ow, 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 ow. Yep, nope, nope, nope. They're pretty, but ow. Ow, fuck. Okay, that hurts, that hurts, that hurts. It's stuck, it's stuck. Okay, there it goes. Yeah, okay, those are a no-go. Those hurt. So anyway, yeah, we're doing a little getting to know Skookum type thing. I don't know why, but I asked on Facebook and Twitter, and a couple people wanted that, so I figure why not? It's something fun to do, I guess, even though I don't really like myself that much. This is just kind of 10 little random factoids about me that you probably don't know and probably might not even need or want to know, but I'm telling you guys anyway because I love you guys. You're awesome. You're my bestest friends. Am I right? No? Okay. Let's get started on this before I die. The number one thing that I'm going to tell you guys is I am a furry. I don't know how between my channel name, I put it in the description on my Facebook page, the description on both my VidMe and YouTube channels, and my Twitch channel now that I think about it, I think. It's also on my Twitter bio. It's pretty much pasted everywhere that I'm online. If I have an account on a website that I use for, you know, my videos or blogging or whatever, I mention straight up, hey, I'm a furry. But somehow people still don't seem to realize that, so I'm telling you guys now, I am a furry. Now before you guys say anything, know, first of all, that it is not a sexual fandom in any means, in any way, shape, or form. It's just, yes, it has its weird members, I guess you could say. Oh god, the things I've seen on Fur Affinity when I accidentally turned the Safe for Work filter off. Whew. Do not turn the Safe for Work filter off if you ever go to Fur Affinity. You'll see some shit. Horrible shit. But it's really not about any kind of sexual fetish or anything like that. More than anything, it's just where people who connect on a deep emotional level with animals and who want to belong somewhere. We find that belonging within the furry fandom, and we're pretty much just a big, dorky, geeky, slightly dysfunctional family whose members happen to be furry, feathery, and scaly. Yes, there are featheries and scalies, if you want to call them that. I just kind of lump them all into the furry community. My glasses are driving me nuts! Might as well make that another interesting factoid about me. I have the attention span of a rodent. Little factoid number 2 is kind of, I've had it asked a lot where I got the idea for my fursona Skookum the hyena, and I'll give you guys the shorter version of it, but it's still a little bit lengthy, so bear with me here. So for a long time, my fursona was a blue, fluffy, furry dragon type thing. I can't even remember her name off the top of my head anymore. I'd have to go back and try to find any art that I might have online of her, which, now that I think about it, is probably not gonna happen because I deleted the DeviantArt account where I had any art of her. But anyway, that was my fursona for the longest time. Excuse me. Oh, this is horrible. Just completely out of boredom once. I remember this very distinctly. I think I was like 13 or 14 at the time. I just got so insanely bored and decided to randomly draw my dragon fursona at the time with this big, floofy, weird handlebar mustache. You know the one I'm talking about. It's the basic mustache that you see in you Google mustache clip art and that's the first thing that comes up. And I don't even know why I drew her like that. I just did because I got so freaking bored. And one of my watchers that I had on DeviantArt at the time just went nuts over it. Apparently it was the most awesome thing ever, but I really didn't like it at all. I don't like anything that I do. But after a while, I kind of started to drift away from that fursona, and at the school that I was going to, everybody used to call me Hyena because of the way I laugh. Sometimes if I burst out into a mad laughing fit, I actually do sound a lot like a hyena. It's kind of scary. And then when I transferred to the school that I graduated from, one of my friends there just randomly started calling me Skookum. To this day, neither one of us actually knows why she did it. But she did, and it just kind of stuck. It was my nickname all throughout high school. And so eventually, my nickname became Skookum, of course. My nickname back at my old school was still Hyena. That's what all my old friends were calling me for a little while until I just kind of lost touch with them now that I think about it. But so, for my fursona, I basically combined the Skookum part and the Hyena part. So, that's basically where that comes from. And if you ever see Skookum drawn with a big blue handlebar mustache, that's from the old drawing of my old fursona with the mustache. That's one of Skookum's little accessory things, is she actually does wear a little clip-on handlebar bright blue mustache. It's just I haven't managed to get any art of her done because I don't have any money. And then if you ever hear me mention Spookum, that's basically just Skookum's psychotic, demonic, murderous alter ego. And Spookum is basically just the embodiment of everything that I don't like about myself. Like my depression, my anxieties, all my insecurities, all that stuff. It's basically everything that I hate about myself that I wish wasn't there but is always there no matter how much I try to tuck it away. And that's the side that I try to hide from everybody. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Most of the times I do a pretty good job of hiding it. It's gotten to where I've been doing it for so long you just don't even notice it anymore. Next factoid is I am Wiccan. Yes, you heard that right, I am Wiccan. This one's actually a relatively recent realization of mine about myself, but I've actually found that I do believe the teachings of the Wiccan religion more than anything, really. Which, oh boy. That actually makes me kind of nervous living in the area that I live in. I am from the middle of nowhere, northern Minnesota. Everybody here is either Catholic or Christian. If any of those people finds out that I'm Wiccan, it'll be the northern Minnesota witch trials up here. So, get me out of here! Next factoid is I am adulophobic. Now what that means is that I have a crippling fear of not being good enough, and I will never be good enough no matter how hard I try to be perfect. And to some people that sounds ridiculous. I've already had people say to my face, "Oh, that's ridiculous, you need to stop being like that." Well, if I could stop being like that, I would like that. Because it really sucks being like this. Because it's not really just that I'm afraid of making mistakes, it's that I'm terrified that I will never be good enough, and I hate myself for it. And it's actually given me panic attacks. Like, I've actually had serious panic attacks, even at work, where I actually had to go hide in the women's room and try to calm myself down. It took me like 20 minutes the last time it happened. And the weird part is it just comes out of nowhere. Like, I'll just randomly, like, I'll make a mistake at work and it's just the smallest thing, and my brain just goes, "Oh, you're not good enough, you'll never be good enough," and it just amplifies it over and over again until finally I can't breathe, I start shaking, I start crying. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So, please don't tell me to just not be like that, because if I could not be like that without the use of, seeing a therapist or something, I would. Unfortunately, I can't afford to see a therapist about it, and my health insurance doesn't cover therapy. So yeah, it's fun. Moving on. This one's kind of a funny fear of mine, actually. You guys are probably gonna laugh your asses off about this one. I have a crippling fear of ladders. You heard that right. Ladders. I don't know what it is about ladders, but I can't even get myself to get on the first step of a ladder, and it doesn't matter how tall or short it is, I can't get on it without freezing. This one's actually kind of a funny story. You guys are gonna laugh about it. I'm gonna feel horrible about it. But I remember my senior year of high school, my choir teacher was having myself and all my other choir classmates paint a brick on the wall with our name and a little something to represent ourselves as a little something to remember us by. This had been the first time he'd ever done this, and he started with the highest up the highest up bricks closest to the ceiling, like right up against the ceiling. And there was this was like 10, 15 feet up in the air, mind you. Oh wait, no, it was even higher than that. Yeah, it had to have been like 20 feet up in the air or something like that, because it's a big-ass room. So he brings in the ladder, and I'm just sitting there like a deer in the frickin' headlights staring at this thing like, oh my god, how am I gonna get up on this thing? Because I'd found out years ago that I can't get up on ladders. I tried once, and it did not work. So eventually it became my turn to paint my little brick. I opted to be the last one there because I knew it wasn't gonna end well. So somehow I managed to get myself up on the ladder and up at the top. Mind you, this is like 20 feet in the air, and I don't have a fear of heights. It's just the ladder that bothers me. I don't know why, but I'm just fine with being like on a high hill or in an airplane or on a roller coaster. I'm fine with that. Ladders, no. So I managed to sloppily write my name with my shaking hands like this. It's not even exaggeration, it was like this. And that was all I managed to paint. And then I made the mistake of looking down at what my feet were on, and the fact that it wasn't the ground. I ended up being stuck up at the top of that ladder for a good half hour before my teacher and my classmates managed to coax me down. I can laugh about it now, even though I slightly hate myself for it. And then when I did finally get down, I spent the next like 20 minutes just laying on the choir room floor trying not to pass out. It was that bad. Oh, what is wrong with me? The next thing is, I'm actually a lot more shy than I let on camera. Like, I have come to realize that on camera I seem a lot more outgoing and energetic than I really am. But if you were to meet me in person, I'd probably be relatively quiet. I'd be looking down at the floor. I have zero self-confidence, by the way. So if anybody were to meet me, that would be evident right away. But especially with cameras, I don't know what it is about cameras, but I can't stand being on camera, which is weird for someone who makes YouTube and VidMe videos, right? See, originally the project of me making a YouTube channel to begin with was for me to try to get over some of these insecurities, like my shyness, for example. Because I couldn't stand being in front of a camera on any occasion for any reason at all. But it's gotten to where I'm more used to being on a camera now. It's to the point where I can at least ignore it and just act like it's not even there. But when I first started, it was really hard to kind of get into that mindset that, hey, this isn't a camera, this is just a person. Because that's what I actually end up usually doing when I record these videos, is I don't even act like it's a camera sitting here in front of me. I act like it's just you and me sitting here having a little one-on-one chat, maybe having some snacks, playing some video games, what have you. That's how I get into this mindset of recording. I just act like you're sitting right in front of me here, and here, we can hold hands. See? Touch my hand. Touch my hand. You're an awesome person. I love you. That's pretty much my method of getting into the mindset that I'm gonna record this video, but it's gonna be the person just sitting here chatting with me. It sounds weird, I know, but, you know what, I don't even have an explanation for that one. It's just weird. The next random little factoid about me is I wasn't just made a gamer at like 15 or 16 or something like that. I've been playing video games since I could first hold a PlayStation controller in my tiny little baby hands. God, when was this? I think I must have gotten my first video game when I was like 2 or 3, I want to say, something like that. I'm almost certain I must have been 2. Yeah, I think I must have been 2. Because, I still have it sitting around in my living room somewhere. It's scratched beyond all frickin' use, but I still have the very first game I ever got. But that basically means I have been playing video games for 19 out of 21 years of my life. I don't know how to feel about that. I'm kind of proud of that, actually, to be honest. I love and hate me. That kind of brings me into my next little factoid. I talk a lot about World of Warcraft and the Elder Scrolls series and all these other huge titles that just blow everybody out of the water, like Fallout and everything. But if I'm being 100% completely honest, my favorite video game of all time, and always will be, is the original Spyro the Dragon. Yeah, you heard that right. And it's not because it was the most incredible game I ever played. It was a good game, don't get me wrong. I love the game itself. I have played better games since, because obviously I've had 19 years to try better games, and I have played better games. But the reason Spyro the Dragon will always be my favorite is purely for the nostalgia factor. It was my very first video game. I still have it sitting in my living room. Like I said, it's scratched beyond all frickin' use. Because what kid properly takes care of a video game disc thing? But yes, that is my favorite game. Always will be, always has been. I'm not gonna change my mind about that one. You guys hear me listen to, like, electronic music, like EDM and dubstep and everything a lot. Like, even my outro for my videos is kind of a dubstep-ish song. But, honestly, some of my favorite music of all time ever that I've ever heard is like 20s to 50s jazz and swing music. I don't know what it is about that kind of music, but I love it. It's like my favorite kind of music, which is why when I'm playing Fallout 4, I sometimes just sit there with Diamond City Radio playing just for the music. Like, I'm not even really doing anything, I'm just sitting there with the headphones on listening to the music. This one's something that people find weird about me. Watch my forehead for a second, okay? Just watch. Is it doing it? I don't really know if it's picking up on camera, but I'm like moving my ears in such a way that it's moving my entire scalp. Like, I can even feel it like in my forehead and in my scalp here. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but I'm doing it. Item number 9 is this. I don't know why, but people find it weird that I do this. I don't know why that's weird, but everybody finds that weird. I've shown a lot of people that, and it makes them cringe somehow. That actually kind of hurts after a little while. Oh, fuck! That hurt. Oh! Don't try that at home, kids. Am I gonna be able to play a game for the live stream tomorrow? Owie, that hurts. Why do I hurt me? Okay, and the 10th little factoid about me is I am demisexual. And essentially the meaning of that means I'm borderline asexual. Now let me explain that a little bit for you guys. I feel no sexual attraction whatsoever to anybody unless I have an extremely close emotional bond with them. And for me, it doesn't really matter if they're male or female. I have a boyfriend at the moment, but it very well could happen. It could have happened where I very well could have fallen in love and developed those feelings for a female. But yeah, like, where a lot of people can say that person looks hot and say that they are sexually attracted to them, I just say that person looks hot and I feel nothing for them. Like, I can appreciate a person's looks, but I really don't feel any actual attraction towards that person unless I have a very close emotional bond with them. A lot of people I've told that actually said that they found that weird and that I should see a therapist about it, but it's not a mental issue that needs to be resolved. It's just the way I am. It's the way I've always been. You know, I've never really felt any sexual attraction toward anybody that I didn't have a very close bond with. And I don't mean just like, hey, you're my best friend. No, I mean like, I want to be with you for the rest of my life. I never want to leave you kind of bond. That's the kind of bond I'm talking about. Okay, so now that that's over, I need to go get ready for work. But now at least you guys know a little bit more about me. I'm not sure if you really wanted to, but this has been a fun experience. At least for me. I'm not sure if it's been a fun experience for you, but I hope you enjoyed this video, and I really appreciate you guys stopping by and just listening to me ramble on about weird things about myself, all this kind of, I don't know, this is like a 20-minute video or something like that. Yeesh. Alright, I gotta get going here. I really have to get ready for work, otherwise I'm gonna be late. I don't want that. I do not want that. I need my job. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, leave a like and let me know. And if you have an idea for something that you want me to address in a vlog, or a game you want me to play, or anything like that, Any and all suggestions can be dropped down in the comments below if you should feel the need. Or even just a desire. Or even if you just want to chat. Feel free to just comment just because. I'm gonna stop talking before I make an even bigger idiot out of myself. I'll see you on Saturday for the live stream, which is tomorrow, now that I'm thinking about it. Doy. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the live stream, 9 p.m. to midnight Central Daylight Time. I haven't quite decided on what game I'm gonna play just yet. I figure I'll probably mull that over while I'm at work, because it's probably gonna be dead as a graveyard there again anyway, so... It's been really slow. Alright guys, I'll see you tomorrow at the live stream, but for now, stay fuzzy everybody.